Welcome back, folks. Today's Wednesday, January 24th, 2024. It's National Beer Can Appreciation Day. Now, I don't make these up, by the way. Today celebrates the day in 1935 when they started selling beer in cans. Now, today, let's talk about the District 1 race, the passing of a former public service commissioner, and a little on the Stanley Cups craze. I'm Mike Morgan, and we are down in Alabama. Last year's court-ordered congressional redistricting, actually it was a redistricting, had the awkward effect of placing two sitting Republican congressmen in Alabama's 1st congressional district. On policy, both have shown to be conservative. On the political side, they've both hitched their wagons to former President Donald Trump. So as AL.com's John Sharp reports, that all has led up to an increasingly attacking campaign that's had Barry Moore call Jerry Carl the status quo, supported by the Swamp, and Jerry Carl saying that Barry Moore isn't dedicated enough to the Trump agenda, such as building a wall on the southern border. Now, for GOP primaries in the current political climate, there's nothing new about those arguments on the campaign trail. But what this campaign might give us that does stand out is a high-profile election in which the candidates show up to debate one another. The campaign trend has been moving away from debates, often because a frontrunner refuses to take part. Notable examples of this are Governor Kay Ivey's gubernatorial campaign and Trump's current presidential campaign. But Carl and Moore are scheduled for a 1-hour debate at 6 p.m. today at the Daphne Civic Center. Terry Dunn, who was elected to the Alabama Public Service Commission in 2010, has passed away, reports AL.com's Mike Kaysen. Dunn's wife, Alicia Dunn, said her husband's death was a shock. Dunn was a Southside Alabama Republican. He reportedly believed the commission was too chummy with Alabama Power, and he made his mark on the commission by calling for more scrutiny of the utility's profits and rates that it charges customers. David Roundtree was Dunn's chief of staff. Quote, "He did speak his mind, and sometimes for politicians, it's better to maybe prevaricate a little more than Commissioner Dunn did, because he was awfully blunt," end quote. Now, for my buddies in Elba, prevaricate is a verb meaning to shuck and jive, and that wasn't Dunn's style, not according to Roundtree. He lost his re-election bid in 2014. Before he left, in 2013, the PSC approved a change in the rate-setting process. Terry Dunn was 64 years old. The next trend I get into will be my first, so I can't pretend to have inside information on the big Stanley Cups craze. But I did have one of their green thermoses for taking coffee in the truck. I don't recall feeling any cooler for having done it. The Stanley Quencher insulated tumbler has a recent history of selling out about as soon as they reach the store. They can cost from $35 to $60, and folks have camped out in line for these things. AL.com's William Thornton reports that a Birmingham area teenager has received some attention over her Stanley collection. High school sophomore Amelia Wood was reported on by the Wall Street Journal and has a TikTok following of more than 137,000 people who want to see how she coordinates her various colors of Stanley Cups with her outfits. Now, it can be a dilemma trying to match tumbler and t-shirt, but it helps that Amelia has 67 Stanleys to choose from each morning. Her folks have reportedly spent around $3,000 on the tumblers. Thank y'all so much for listening. We're going to come back and do this again tomorrow. Until then, as always, you're invited to come on by and see us anytime you want to on the internet at AL.com.